It's 7 p.m, and PC's Craig Warner and Dan Kellett from the West Yorkshire Roads Policing Unit are on the M1 east of Leeds. They're monitoring the police radio. So far, it's a quiet night, but not inside the patrol car.
You remember this one? Got some proper 80s tunes going on at the minute.
A lot of people think that police drive around in the cars and they just discuss police matters. I don't think some people realise that we drive around and discuss normal things, such as taste in music or lack of taste in somebody's case.
I like The Cure and all that. I suppose because we all grew up in the 80s. So, well, you'd already grown up in the 80s.
Oh!
This is a good song from the 80s.
Is that Paul Hardcastle?
No. Then Blue Monday.
You like to have a laugh because you don't know what the day is going to involve. You don't know what's coming up next.
At 9:25 p.m, a call finally arrives.
We've had a report from a truck driver that's in Weatherby Services,
Yeah.
and he can hear loads of people in the back of the truck. Foreign truck, and the driver's asleep in the cab.
It's the first time I've come across a report of people hiding in the back of wagons. It's something you hear about and see on the telly and the news, but it's not something I've ever dealt with.
The truck stop is in North Yorkshire, a neighbouring forces area. But as Craig and Dan are the nearest cops, they respond to the call.
Well, potentially there could be some people in the back of the wagon, or it could be quite simply that because the cabs go quite a bit back, could be quite simply that he's heard what he believes to be back there.
It's always best to keep an open mind with these things. It could just be that the wagon driver's watching a DVD in the back of his cab and that's what's being heard.
Yeah, whatever it is, Dan will deal with it. No, we'll deal with it when we get there. Which one? The one I want back.
Big O on it. Big O on it, right, we'll go have a look.
You alright? Where are you from then?
From Slovakia.
Slovakia. Just jump out. Put your shoes on. What are you carrying?
It's car seats.
Car seats?
Yeah, car parts.
Okay. Who locked up the doors?
My company.
Did you? Were you there when they did it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a seal on the door?
Still is from my company.
Okay. Have you got the keys? And it's been sealed. See that? Stops anybody opening this bit. Oh. Who's in there then?
Who's in there?
Yeah,
who's that then?
just leave it 1 minute.
Inside?
Yeah. Wait 1 minute.
I don't know.
Don't you?
Don't you know? Right, shall we sit him in the back of our car?
You don't know how old they are, you don't know what condition they're going to be in, if they've had any food, if they've had any drink.
Have a sit in there for me. There's always a possibility that the driver has taken part in shipping these people over and he's fully aware that they're in there. When was it loaded?
Load is Monday.
Monday. So it's been, so they've, right, so 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
Can imagine it's been freezing cold in the back of there. You don't know if they've got any medical conditions to start with.
As well as the stowaway's safety, Craig and Dan also need to think of their own.
Just make North Yorkshire aware. We haven't opened it yet. We're going to wait while Jinxie gets here, then at least there's 3 of us. There could be 10, 12, there could be any number of people in the back of there that we don't know about. And you're just thinking that the more of us there are to control the situation, the better it's going to be.
We don't want people running out and over onto the main motorway or even round here. There's wagons to-ing and fro-ing and shunting around, so just contain it as much as we can.
While Dan and Craig wait for backup to secure the area, 25 miles away, motorway cops Michelle Rooks and Brian Harrison are on the M62 south of Bradford. During night time, traffic falls by 3/4 across the network.
We need to find something because we can't do this all night.
No.
I'll lose the will to live if he thinks we can just drive up and down A1 and truck stops and...
A good day is a busy day. I like to be busy, I like to go from job to job.
Searching for that elusive job often means turning off the motorway.
We're heading towards Gummersall from Hunsworth, and as we're heading up the hill, we see the vehicle coming towards us.
You should have give way.
It only takes that one little thing to sort of like make your ears prick up or possibly think, hang on, we need to be having a look at this, something's not quite right here.
So we're just going to see if we can catch up to it and find out who's driving it.
But by the time they turn around, the car has gone.
There's 3 options open to us. It's either gone straight down, left or right. So what we're looking for now is the tail lights of a vehicle.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the one.
It's running on interrupt.
When I've approached the driver,
Hi, is it your car?
Yeah.
I've smelt the intoxicants more or less straight away on him.
You got your driving licence with you?
No, it's at home.
All right, come and take a seat with us, fella. Take a seat in back at car for us.
You just get the general feeling that somebody's heavily influenced by alcohol. It's not just the smell, it's the other telltale signs.
Michelle knows a lot about drink driving, and not just from being a cop.
There you go, take a seat in there.
Before she was a police officer, she worked behind a bar.
On more than one occasion, I have refused to serve people who I thought were either A, too drunk, or B, if I knew that they'd parked up in the car park. 40 years ago, 30 years ago, it was probably more acceptable, but I have little sympathy for people that drink and drive.
What's your name?
Paul.
Paul
Chambers.
Right, is it your car?
No, it's my girlfriend's.
Right. Are you insured to drive it?
Yeah, I'm a name driver. And I'm a provisional.
You've got a provisional?
You've got a provisional.
Yeah, I've got a provisional, yeah.
Right, what about the lad
How
in
much
the
you have to
car?
drink?
I've had a couple of beers, yeah.
Before they breathalyse the driver, Michelle checks out the passenger.
Hiya, fella.
Hello.
Are you supervising him driving?
Sorry?
He's got a provisional licence. You can't supervise anyone. Have you got a full licence? No. No, he ain't got a full licence. And he's leathered as well, so...
Well, he said that he had a licence.
Right, Paul, listen to me now.
Yeah.
Right, if you've got a provisional licence, which we've yet to do a check on, you're still not driving in accordance with the terms of your licence because you don't have L plates on, OK?
No, I did have L plates on, but they've fallen off.
That's what they all say.
Honestly, I promise you now.
Right, well, there's 2 bottles of Lambrini in footwell.
No, that's where we've gone.
9 times out of 10, they're not going to turn round and readily accept that they're over the limit. They're going to try and sit in the back of the vehicle and try blag it. And
I promise you now.
He's told me he doesn't have a licence. We've yet to do a check on that. But even if he did, he can't supervise you because he's slurring his words more than you are.
He ain't the mate then. He's getting chuffed off then.
Chuffed off.
He'll be walking home anyway.
I'm not going to swear it yet, yeah.
Where does he live?
I'm going to have to walk. I don't even know.
Whilst you are on the insurance, you're driving otherwise in accordance with a licence. So, given that the vehicle will be seized, OK. And obviously we're looking at more offences should you provide a positive breath sample.
The thing is, he probably thinks that he's coming across as being relatively normal, but when you're stone cold sober and he's obviously consumed a large amount of alcohol, it's so obvious to us, but he won't be able to see it.
Right, mate, what I need you to do when I tell you is to make a tight seal round the thin bit of the tube and blow like you're blowing a balloon up until I say stop. All right, deep breath, mate, anytime you're ready. Keep going, steady, steady, keep going, keep going. That's it, you can stop.
And then up the L and stay with vehicle and let them go.
Okay, you failed, mate. So you're under arrest on suspicion of driving with over the prescribed limit of alcohol in your breath. I'll have to caution you that you don't have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you don't mention when questioned something which you later line in court. Hang on a sec. Hang on, I forgot where I was now. I'll have to start again.
That's crap, is that?
Simon, your mate's locked up and the vehicle's getting seized. Okay, so I'm afraid it's a long walk home for you.
Where?
Wherever you live, I don't know where you live. Yeah, come on then.
The passenger finds himself without a lift.
He didn't even know where he was. He was that drunk.
The car, which belongs to Paul's girlfriend, will be towed away.
Oh, when he goes home and he tells her what's happened, I just can't. She's gonna break down, I promise you, she is. I can't believe it. I feel like just. If you didn't have safety locks on, I'd jump out.
People always blame us. It's like, well, no, mate, I didn't pour the alcohol down your neck and I didn't press your foot on the accelerator. I remember stopping a gentleman driving his 4 young children home after spending the entire day in the pub, and he literally fell out of that van. And then when I arrested him, his attitude was, "Have you nothing better to do? You know, it's only drink driving."
I'll tell you now, everything won't seem quite as bad in the morning.
While Paul contemplates a night in the cells and facing his girlfriend the next morning. At Weatherby Services, officers Craig Warner and Dan Kellett's suspected stowaways are still contained in the back of a truck. Backup is arriving to ensure the trailer can be opened safely and securely.
How do?
Well, loaded and sealed on Monday in Slovakia. I don't know, and he says it hasn't been touched since.
We don't know what we're going to find out, how long they've been in there, what they're going to be like when you do get the doors open.
Away.
Oh, look at you lot. So with him?
I bet you're not from around here, are you?
It's not what you expect to see when you come on duty at the start of the day. 2 people hiding in the back of a wagon. One of them was obviously more dishevelled than the other one. It's not something we normally see because where we work, we're in the middle of the country. And I think the vast majority of them are found at the port.
You, sit up. Put your hands there. Nice action. Down.
Go on, out.
Gonna have to check the other one.
Yeah.
Obviously, because we've found 2 though, we're gonna have to check further. Can we stick these in a car somewhere or something, and then we'll search the rest of the wagon?
You don't know how many people that have come across with them. So obviously we've got to do our best to make sure that there's nobody else.
One in yours, I'll put one in Jinx's.
Hang on, I'm just going to get my torch out. That'll do for me then.
So you realise we found 2 people in the back of your wagon?
Yeah, I don't know because.
You don't know?
No.
Did you load it?
I check in Calais port, and everything is okay.
Right. Unfortunately, you're probably going to have to come and answer some questions about it.
It's okay.
Okay. We'll sort it out, don't worry.
Our consideration now changes to their welfare as much as anything else.
The young men claim to have travelled across Europe from Iran. The cops suspect they're in the UK to seek asylum.
We've got a wagon up at Weatherby Services from Slovakia. In the back of the wagon are 2 Iranian gentlemen. So we're going to take them to Harrogate.
In 2013, nearly 3,000 Iranians claimed asylum, more than from any other country other than Pakistan.
I think it's sad that they've been stuck in the back of a wagon for the best part of a week. I don't know their circumstances.
It's a sad state of affairs. You've got to hide in the back of a truck for 4 days to get into this country.
As this truck stop is in the North Yorkshire area, the men will be taken to nearby Harrogate police station for processing. Craig and Dan, who are with the West Yorkshire force, tag along to help with the investigation.
Do you know where Harrogate police station is?
No. I'm going. A rough stab in the dark of Harrogate.
We're going to follow this lad. Just at right.
Yeah, into all
There you go. In this one.
The 2 stowaways will be given a hot meal and a place to rest before being questioned by immigration officers.
Sit down.
The men claim to be from Iran, but they seem to have no idea where they are.
John, I'm off. You all right?
England.
Where did you think you were going?
I don't know. Here, England. Are you sure? Yeah. I'm shocked. You say here England. I'm shocked. میگه تو فکر میکنی کجا هست اینجا؟ سوئد. He said I think it's Sweden, not England. Sweden. Sweden. Yeah, Sweden.
They're not bothered where they're going. All they're bothered about is that they're not going to Iran. So they're just quite happy to get out of that country.
We're hungry, we're sick, we're hungry. Tap, 3 days, 2 days, tap, no stop. No stop.
For somebody to go to the lengths that they've gone to take the risks that they've taken, you've got to be pretty desperate to want to leave a country or leave a place. I don't know what level I'd have to get to be that desperate. On a motorway network, you've got such a transient population. Because we're the centre of England, we've got a crossover point going east to west and north to south. So you've got people that are travelling from A to B every day. You've got people that will come over to the UK, visiting from any other country. If you're working in a division, quite often you'll get to know the local people on the motorway. You don't have that. It's very rare where you'll come across the same person twice.
"6 miles away, at Dewsbury Station, he sees Michelle Rooks and Brian Harrison have brought their drink-drive suspect in for processing.
Do you agree to provide 2 specimens of breath for analysis?
Yeah.
These officers are obviously going to go through the procedure with you for the machines.
I had a glass of Lamborghini before I went out. Let's go to the machine now and let's see if I blow. And if I blow, I end off.
Well, just stand next to him, take your fingerprints and photograph.
Obviously, yeah, I made a mistake, yeah. I shouldn't have drunk the Lamborghini before I went out. And obviously, 10 minutes later, these guys pulled me.
When you first get them in the car, they're all matey, you know, yes officer and oh yeah, and at the point then when they realise that it's not going to go their way, that's when the attitude can change somewhat.
Not doing it.
You're not doing what?
Blowing.
If you don't blow, you'll get done. It's as simple as that. But if you blow, you might be under, mightn't you? And so you
will be under, I know that. I've got maybe a pint's that big, innit? Just under that pint there, yeah, and a glass of Lamborghini, you know what I mean?
He's basically saying, I'm not going to give you a sample, so I'm not going to blow in. And obviously, people that fail to provide will receive a driving ban anyway. So it's in your best interest to always give a sample of breath.
I think I will, mate, because I feel dizzy, man.
What?
To be honest with you, I feel dizzy.
You seem absolutely 100% fine to me.
You're absolutely fine, Paul. Come on. Paul, it'll be a fail to provide at the end of the day.
Then.
Yeah, please.
Yeah.
I will get you a chair.
Michelle. Just stand up and stop being daft.
I feel dizzy.
But you're not dizzy, you're just playing, you're just backing it up.
I'm not.
There you are.
Can you do me a favour? Can you get me a chair from somewhere? I'm not leaving our own.
Are you coming round now? You're the only person I know who's fainted who's put their hand down on the floor to stop themselves from hurting their head.
Obviously, I feel a bit alright.
You feel alright now, right? That's
all
great.
Right.
Great.
He needs to brush up on his acting skills, in my opinion, if he's going to try that one.
Honestly, I feel dizzy now.
Well, I'll tell you what, if you just keep calm, stop shouting and all that, and just stay calm,
I'm all right.
you'll be all right,
Honestly,
yeah?
promise you, I'm all right now. Let's do it.
Get hold of that. Take a deep breath, steady, now blow till like that. Keep going. No. You're not listening to us.
Some people will also try and manipulate the device. They'll pause, they'll stop, they'll suck on the tube instead of blowing, they won't blow hard enough, so they'll all come up with a failure.
Just take your time. Keep going. No, you did it again.
Sorry, mate, sorry. Shit.
Sorry, yeah. Just blow steady, don't blow so hard, just blow steady. Keep going. No.
Oh, shit. Oh, I'm sorry.
Well,
Promise you.
you had to say sorry to me, it's not me who's going to get done.
Please, I'm sorry. Let me out last time.
Eventually, it takes a while, but we will get there eventually.
Keep going. Stop, that's it, lovely.
All done. Right, sit on there, Paul.
Right, Paul, from what you've said to me, you sound to me like you know a little bit about this, i.e. what the drink drive levels are, yeah?
It's 35, isn't it?
It's 35 micrograms of alcohol
man.
and 100 millilitres of breath.
35 git up.
No, hang on.
No,
That's a simulator check, it isn't your breath samples. If you just...
Honestly, yeah?
Right,
All
listen, look. It's 77, 78.
Yeah, I've blown over now.
You're over, mate.
Yeah.
You're looking at over twice the legal limit.
So, do you want to have a copy of that? I suggest if you
I want a doctor before I smash me.
No, hang on, listen, whoa.
Come off me.
Paul, you need to sign these copies.
Come off.
Just take a seat down there.
I'm going to smash me against that wall. When I get in that cell, I'm going to damage myself. Watch.
I don't really know what they hope to achieve by it, because it's, you know, under no circumstances you're going to turn around and say, oh, OK, then we'll just release you and let you go then. It's probably dawned on him now, the seriousness of what he's done.
I want another reading in another hour or whatever.
He probably won't remember to outfit in the morning.
With the night shift over, daytime brings new challenges for motorway cops Michelle Rooks and Andy Bell patrolling the M62. The UK's motorway capacity per person is less than half that of France, Germany or Spain. Every day, up to 145,000 vehicles use the M62 in Yorkshire alone. The resulting congestion plays a large part in the 330 casualties this stretch of motorway suffers every year.
You get the aggressive drivers, the ones that flash, you know, they'll tailgate you, they'll intimidate you to get out of the way because they're late for a meeting or that type of thing. It does change people's attitudes, I think, once they join a motorway.
In the past, motorway cops had to report drivers for common offences like lane hogging, using a mobile phone or tailgating. But in 2013, the law made it easier for them to target these crimes.
Our powers have got better in that we can now deal with them at the roadside for the same offences.
And right in front of her, Michelle spots a problem.
These are driving a bit close.
They
Michelle,
are.
aren't they?
I'm just
you know
making
why,
sure.
They're towed, aren't they?
I don't think it's on a tow. It's not on a tow.
He's following them, isn't he?
He's following, but it's not on a tow.
You can see how far the silver Honda is behind this pickup. It's probably just over a car length. It's extremely dangerous when you're driving at nearly 60 miles an hour. He's got no view at all of what's going on in front.
And you've got to ask yourself, why is he driving that close? He's not going to have time to react. He's not going to have time to stop.
Hello! How are you? All right? Very well, very well. Do you know the gentleman in the pickup?
The gentleman in the pickup, yes, I know him.
Right?
Yeah.
Why are you travelling so close to him?
I thought I was just... because he told me that to follow him.
You tell me what the braking distance is at 60 miles an hour.
Braking distance would be like almost 20 meters, I should.
Almost 20 metres?
Yeah.
Way further than that. Have you got a UK driving licence?
Yes,
Have you got it with you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you want to bring it to the car with you and we'll have a chat in the car?
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
You all right?
Yeah, you.
Not bad, thank you. Do you have your driving licence on
Yes,
you?
I do.
Thank you. Is it Herman?
Herman,
Herman.
yeah.
What's the purpose of your journey today?
That pickup is being exported to Africa with all the things which are in the pickup.
Right.
He has bought a truck and he's putting that pickup on the truck together with the other goods which are going to Africa.
Everybody uses the motorway for different purposes. By breaking up vehicles, they can get quite a lot of money in Africa.
And you're following him to bring him back?
Yeah, he asked me, actually I was at work when I finished, he said, can you come over, then you can drive my other small car, then...
And then bring me back?
Yeah, you follow me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, is this...
This is his car as well.
This is his car. So
Yeah,
it's a favour, is it?
Yeah, it's a favour I'm doing him.
What insurance are you using to drive this vehicle?
Because I'm covered on comprehensive.
On your own policy?
My own policy.
Michelle needs to carry out a regulation insurance check.
Stephen and Underwriting Services, how may I help you?
Hello, I wonder if you can. My name's PC Rooks. I'm calling from West Yorkshire Police. We've stopped a gentleman driving on the M62 eastbound motorway in West Yorkshire. He's driving a friend's vehicle, but he says he's insured through a policy of your own, a trader's policy. Can I give you that number?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, 0214 85017. But he's told us that the policy that he has with you allows him to drive other vehicles.
Potentially, it depends on the circumstances. Did he say the vehicle's owned by a friend of his?
The vehicle's owned by a friend. His friend's taking another vehicle somewhere, and he asked Herman to follow him so he could give him a lift back.
In short, there's no cover in place for SDP journeys for vehicles that the policyholder doesn't own.
Right, okay. Thanks for your help.
Right, thanks so much for your call then.
Magic, thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, mate.
Herman, you're not covered to drive social domestic pleasure other people's vehicles, only your own, on that trader's policy. If you were using the vehicle today for trade purposes, for business purposes, you would be allowed to drive it, but because you're using it for social domestic and pleasure, you're not covered on your policy.
While the cops decide if the driver can continue his journey to deliver his mate's pickup, 30 miles west, PC's Mark Claxton and Martin Willis are also on the lookout for dangerous drivers. But this is a very different road, where the M62 meets the highlands of Saddleworth Moor.
It's a unique stretch. It's the highest stretch of motorway in England, and in summer it's idyllic and it's a beautiful place to work, a beautiful place to be able to have the privilege to patrol.
But in winter, this privilege turns perilous.
We have one of the worst parts of the motorway of the M62.
Yorkshire's stretch of the M62 suffers around 200 accidents a year. As Mark and Martin head east, a car catches their eye.
Oh, yeah.
He's travelling extremely fast, directly up behind, forcing other vehicles out of his way.
The fact that you see all the spray that's coming up off the vehicle now is quite hard to even see. Just ridiculous. For this time of day and the weather, absolutely ridiculous.
Look at me, I'm bigger than you are, I'm coming faster than you are, and I'm going to intimidate you.
The cops record it all as they follow.
We're just doing a distance of half a mile, and we've averaged out at 99.83 miles per hour, and there were times when he was going over 100.
Over 50,000 drivers are issued court summons for speeding in the UK each year. And this driver is not just speeding.
But he's pushing every vehicle. He's literally bullying himself with the size of vehicle up to people's bumpers and bullying them out of the way. We're now in the 50s and he's doing it over 80 mile an hour. But if something should happen now, like I say, or something change lane, then he don't stand a prayer.
These motorway cops are in an unmarked car. It's a useful tool in the fight against aggressive speeders.
The beauty is that you catch unsuspecting people
committing offences that put your average driver who are trying to get from A to B safely in jeopardy.
Once they have the evidence on tape, they pull the driver over.
You never know who's in the vehicle, the reason for speeding, what they're doing.
Hello? You just do us a favour, just turn your engine off and just come back to our car. Just jump in back, we'll just have a word in there.
Hi.
Is it your vehicle?
Yes, it is.
Right, okay. What's your first name, please?
It's Gareth.
Gareth?
Yes.
Is there any reason why you're travelling at that speed today?
Not really. I mean, I have to be at an appointment by 11:30, but...
What's the appointment you're going for? What is it you're doing?
I'm a business consultant, quality systems and so on.
It is everyone from every kind of walk of life in every kind of vehicle that you can probably imagine, all with a different agenda on the mind, all going from A to B and doing it also very differently.
We've done a following check on your vehicle, which is recorded an average speed of 99.83 miles per hour.
I honestly didn't realise I was exceeding it to that limit.
The officers replay the VAS-car recording to the driver.
You came past us rather quick, and most of the time that we were following you, you were exceeding at over 100 mile an hour, around 103 mile an hour. But then here, where these signs are, you're doing in excess of 70 mile an hour, and past some of the 60 signs, you're actually doing in excess of 80 miles an hour past the signs. But as well as that, when you're coming up on a motorist in front of you, you aren't leaving any kind of gap whatsoever. What you are doing is absolutely bullying the car in front of you to get out of your way. And when I say bullying, I really do mean bullying. It's literally, get out of my way or I'm going to shove you out of the way. That is exactly what you were doing. You are using 2 ton of car potentially as a weapon to intimidate people to get out of your way or else. I'm sometimes harsh with people, but I'm harsh to get the point across. There was a gap like that between you and the car in front.
That wasn't my intention.
At 80 odd miles an hour in absolute pouring down conditions on a motorway. And that is how people die every day.
No, I
appalling.
What you're saying. I mean, I'm not proud of, you know.
But if you're not even aware you're doing it, you're not thinking about it either, are you? If you saw someone driving like that, what would you think?
Yeah, no, I can't disagree with what you're saying. I'm not trying to defend myself.
No, I know, but I'm just pointing it out to you because I want you to think in future. Before you have an accident and before you kill someone.
Me, this is really bringing it home to me.
Good. And as soon as it was pointed out to him, he then realised exactly what we were doing and was very remorseful for it. And genuinely, I think that will have made him think.
I know you've got a job to do, and I apologise that I created a situation where,
that's all right, yeah.
you know,
no one has been injured. Our concern is that you kill yourself or you kill somebody else. Yeah. And if that's averted that now, and you drive all the time on the motorway, and it's now going to make you think a little bit, look how close I am to this car, it's raining, it's wet, and I'm doing over 100 mile an hour, I wouldn't want to do that in the dry, never mind in the wet and the downpouring rain like that. If it makes you think and it stops something happening, that's what we're here for. And that's all we're bothered about.
Yeah.
After 22 years on the job, Mark has seen how the motorway can change even the most mild-mannered driver.
I've no doubt that this gentleman is a completely law-abiding citizen who genuinely would not go around even considering breaking the law or causing any harm to anyone.
I wasn't conscious of it. The same as I wasn't conscious that I was, if you like, almost forcing people out of the fast lane into the next one. It wasn't deliberate. I mean, I'm not. Well, I don't like to think that I'm that sort of person. I suppose the lesson is that you, regardless of the car or conditions or anything, you have to control your driving safely. I promise I've learnt my lesson.
It's that mentality. I'm in a vehicle, my doors are closed, my windows are up. I'm in my own little safe space. Other things on the mind, and they forget when it goes wrong, you can't turn back the clock.
For driving over 95 miles an hour, the driver leaves with a ticket and a court summons.
I could never see him going around a supermarket with a trolley, barging people's legs because they're in front of him and they're going around too slow and he wants to get his shopping done.
The problem was, he's so cocooned in his own little world of what he's doing, where he's getting, thinking about what he's going to say to these people and all the rest of it, that he's just completely oblivious to the fact that he is a death waiting to happen. It can almost be a Jekyll and Hyde with some drivers, and they can change. They get behind the wheel of a car from how they are, nice, mild, polite, into having an agenda and needing their vehicle to get from A to B, and that's what they do.
While the repentant man is on his way with a ticket, 20 miles away, the driver stopped by Michelle and Andy isn't so lucky. He's not going anywhere soon, because they've discovered something more serious.
So we've got a bit of a problem, haven't we? Because you're not covered to drive that social, domestic and pleasure, which is what you're doing. You're driving the vehicle for your friend, to collect your friend once he drops a vehicle off. It's not for your business, is it?
So because of that, we can no longer allow you to continue your journey in that vehicle. We have to seize the vehicle, okay, and report you for the offence of driving with no insurance. This is one of those cases, Herman, where it's all about reading the small print on your policy.
There was no big sign on his car saying, I have no insurance. Had he have been driving well, we wouldn't have looked twice at him.
Oh, God.
What's your occupation, Herman?
I work as, right now, I work as a social carer.
Carer?
Yeah, social carer.
I wonder how long it takes for your mate to realise you're not behind him anymore. Do you think he's carried on driving, or do you think he knows you're no longer behind him?
I don't know whether he knows. Oh, this is my friend phoning me. I should think he has arrived. Can I just...
Yeah, of course you can. Feel free to answer your phone.
Hello? No, you know what? I've been stopped by the traffic police. They say my policy doesn't allow me to drive on social unless if it's business. It can allow me to drive. No. I'm in the police car right now.
Where's your friend?
Just what? Have you arrived? You have arrived. Oh gosh! So you've driven over 10 miles without noticing me being not behind you.
To be fair, he was that close behind him, he probably wouldn't have been able to see him in his mirrors. He was a genuinely nice guy. It's just one of those things, and I did feel sorry for him.
I'm going to give you a copy of this form, Herman. Yes. Okay, this explains why we've taken the vehicle under 143 of the Road Traffic Act, which is no insurance.
Currently, for driving a motor vehicle with no insurance, they'll offer you a fixed penalty of 6 points and a £300 fine. Wow. Yeah. It's going to hit you hard in the pocket, is this one, I'm afraid.
6 points?
6 points for no insurance and £300 fine, I'm afraid, yes.
Oh. And it's just being a favour. And that.
Like I said, it's all about reading the fine print on your insurance policy and knowing exactly what you can and can't do.
I feel so gutted.
If somebody asked him to do him a favour and it involves driving a car again, I bet you 10 to 1 he'll be looking at his insurance policy document.
His attitude to the cops has persuaded them to go the extra mile to help him out.
He's been right with us, he's been nice to us. I'll treat somebody as they treat me.
Where's the easiest place for us to drop you off so you can get back to Leeds? Want us to drop you off at Wakefield bus station?
If that's the only option that I'll go with that.
Yeah, okay.
Whilst we could have just driven to the next junction and dropped him off there, you know, we've got a heart. We're not going to leave him to walk for miles and miles.
Has he travelled a bit?
Yeah, well, I've travelled a bit.
Yeah?
Have you ever been to Cleckheaton?
Sorry?
Have you ever been to Cleckheaton?
Well, in England, I've been to... in Leeds, on its own, I've been to almost each and every angle. I love travelling. Professionally, I travel.
My colleague's never been out of Cleckheaton, so you'd be wise to visit.
Yeah,
So
professionally, I trained as a journalist and I like visiting places.
Trust me, I'd stay away from Cleckheaton if you like visiting places. It's not a nice place to visit.
He's been nice to us, so why not have a bit of a chat? Why not ask him about his day and his life and, you know, get to know him a bit more?
Who's your team, Herman?
I loved watching Arsenal.
Yeah?
Yeah, I used to love watching Leeds. But
Leeds are my
the
team.
crap nowadays.
Oh, they're rubbish, yeah, but we still watch them.
Yeah, I still watch them, but...
I enjoy that weekly disappointment. I look forward to it.
The two young men who stowed away in the back of a Slovakian truck were granted a temporary release pending further investigation. No action was taken against the truck driver. The play-acting, uncooperative drink driver was disqualified from driving for 20 months. The driver of the car, who smashed into the railing on a slip road of the M62 and fled across 6 lanes of motorway, pleaded guilty to driving over the prescribed limit and failing to stop at an accident, and was given a 12-month community order of 80 hours unpaid work and disqualified for 12 months. No further action was taken against the passenger. The suspect, who Gudge arrested for running away from a car on a garage forecourt in Bradford, was found guilty of driving without a licence and no insurance. The repentant tailgater, caught speeding at 95 miles an hour in the wet on the M62, was found guilty at court. And the man who was caught driving his friend's car without the correct insurance received 6 points on his licence and a £300 fine.